Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Ria here with us, and she's life coach, and she also does a number of other things. So, Ria, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, everyone. As Tony said, I'm Ria, and I'm excited to be here with you all today. And yeah, I'm a life coach. After a lot of uh, issues in my journey and some setbacks personally, I found that I have a passion for helping other people to be able to kind of clear the clutter that stands in the way of them pursuing their dreams. And so I help individuals to be able to nail down what those blocks are and how they move forward in purpose and success. And I align that from a business perspective as well to help teams be able to identify some of those same issues to move forward.
Exactly. And Ria, tell us a little bit about how did you end up being a coach?
So I was in the HVAC industry. I was an entrepreneur for 10 years and we had a very successful business, but my relationship ended in divorce and it was a very bad relationship and there was domestic violence involved. And when I transitioned over and had my 5 kids to continue to raise by myself, I had to really start looking at what goals I had in mind and where I could align myself because we can't be everywhere. And sometimes when we start our entrepreneurial journey, we try to dabble in a bit of everything and then nothing is successful. So I discovered through that process for myself that I really had a passion for finding, what's still within us, what still drives us, and what components of what we're really aspiring towards can we zone in on and build to be really successful with. And there's just such a light for people when they discover that, this thing that seems so impossible is all of a sudden available to them. So, seemingly a locked door is opened. And I found that's a driver for me. I love being able to help people navigate to that point.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. And then what actually inspires you about what you do?
I think it's the hope, really. I think that we have so many responsibilities, right? We have to keep food on the table if we're parents. We're working. We have our own individual goals, possibly a business we're building. Sometimes people are working a full-time job while they're trying to start a business. And uh, hopelessness leads to defeat in all of those categories. And so the inspiration for me is that each one of us with the right structure and the right goals and the right mindset and the right schedule, we can achieve. And I think there are a lot of people out there that are lost in that cycle where they have the tools they need, the drive they need, the skills that they need, but they've lost the hope to believe that that success marker is tangible for them. And so being able to talk with individuals, look at their challenges and help them be able to pull out of themselves, you know what? I do have what it takes to overcome that. It kind of sparks something in them that definitely fuels my work.
Definitely. And you mentioned as well before that you actually built up previously a very successful business. Can you tell us what was the main sort of driver that helped you build that business?
I think the driver is the family obligations. Life is expensive. And also, our goal always when we start something, or at least for most entrepreneurs, is to be able to scale it and have somebody else doing it so that we can benefit from the work that we've done. And so for me, it was not only, of course, initially getting into the market, obtaining the business, and attempting to keep a work life balance, but then being able to take that model and overcome the challenges that require you to be in a, front facing position right in the middle of the workload to be able to start transitioning over to other people. And I would say that that was one of the biggest challenges is we all know what we do and how we do it and if we're there what it looks like, but being able to really allocate our role in a step by step, what we expect from someone else to do, and determine a business model. I kind of got stuck there. Great growth, but never able to really pull out of it like I had planned. So I learned a lot about the scalability of what your plan is in the business and realistically setting something up that allows you to not be so inundated with the work aspect.
Totally. And how is this helping you at the moment in coaching business? This experience of building a successful business.
I think prioritization. So in reflecting over that period of time, I have I have learned to be very selective with where do I spend my time, who do I spend my time with, and what do I commit to? And asking myself if taking this role on and then in coaching, teaching other people, whatever that may be, whether it's a standing dinner date, whether it's just a small project, that we add to our plate to help someone out. Does it align with what I'm working towards? Does it put me in the seat of my future me? Or does it end up serving as distracting clutter because we slowly but surely become over allocated and lose that vision? So I would say that that's the aspect that I'm able to help other people to see and have to continuously ask myself that question.
Great. And what's your goal for your business for next 12 months?
The goal for my business is to build up coaching clients, but also to have an opportunity to speak to more individuals because I want to, we all need hope, right? And there's some people out there that aren't even in the starting point. So beyond the business aspect of it, I just want opportunities to, even if I don't ever have the ability to work one-on-one with a certain person, I want to be able to be somebody who has the ability to just pass along that nugget that's maybe food for thought and then they connect somewhere else. But I want to be, somebody who's able to inspire that possibility that is within people, but they feel is out of their reach.
Exactly. Okay. And if people want to actually get in touch with you, learn more about what you do and connect to you, how they can do that?
They can go to my website. It's so I founded Embers of Gold LLC, and I do the work under that business. And it's www.embersofgold.com. And that links back to my Facebook and my LinkedIn, or they can book a free discovery call to see if we're a good fit for one another. So I would say that would be the best landing spot to connect.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, for everyone watching us, you can check out the links in the description of this episode. And then on top of that, if you have any questions for Ria or me, you can ask them in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer those. And yeah, Ria, thank you so much for being a guest today. Thank you for sharing your story, and also thank you for sharing what you do. And see you all in the next episode. All the best and bye bye.
Thanks, Tony. Bye.